And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll go again with Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Watching that Barney. All right, here we go. Watching that Barney. All right, now, lucky 56.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Seven yards remaining here on third down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now,
Play
lucky
clock
56.
winding
Lucky
down.
56.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Watching that Barney. All right, here we go. 319. 319. No, check. Patriot. No, check. No, check. Patriot.
Halfback sent in motion. Over the middle, complete. It's Olsen. A good pickup there at 22. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I believe I understand where the offense was going there. They just hit a big pass play, thought they could fool him with a run, but maybe they overthought it a little bit. Just hit a nice pass, come back with another one, keep the momentum going.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Let's go. Green 30. Watching that Barney.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
I heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 55,
Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Here we go now. Blue, landed. Blue, Detroit.
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Detroit.
side. Henry's got it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Knight. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go now.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down following the run.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right here.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And ready now for 2nd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot! Gun!
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to look deep down the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go! Leopard! Detroit! Back down in the Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, they'll throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Set! Blue 90!
They run the counter now on 1st down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception. Start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
On second down, Dobbs. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back now in Baltimore. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. Bell a first down and then some. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 71 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now they try the right side here. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. is taken down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And an alley to run. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Ohio, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Ohio! Here we go! Flash round!
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go.
A give to Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 39. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Come on, let's go. What? None. What? None. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, hit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 5.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So they're going to go for 2.
Here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Pittsburgh, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.